Okay, this area down here is my newest cut area. It looks really good. We have tilled it 3 times. I've thrown in a couple things to help it go along the way. I will be adding fish emulsion and organic fertilizer and things as we go along. But folks, it's getting hot. We're gonna be 87 degrees tomorrow already. We have to get things in the ground. I'm gonna concentrate this area as being a Three Sisters, Native, and even Cherokee garden. It's what I love to do, and I'm so happy to have a little spot to begin with to get these items started. So let me show you what I'm planting. So the main reason I'm doing this separate garden is so that I can grow my Cherokee tan pumpkins and my North Carolina candy roasters. These come from the Long family outside of Murphy in North Carolina. They are North Carolina's #1 small organic farm of 2019. They're also closely related to my Cherokee elder and Kamama Mama, Miss Lou. You've seen her in all my videos. So I've been to their farm. They're wonderful people. He is an EBCI tribal member. It was so funny because when I visited, I walked up and I was speaking Cherokee, and he got so tickled. When his wife came out, he said, "She's speaking Cherokee." So long story short, they live in Grape Creek, okay? And that's a community outside of Murphy in Cherokee County. That's where my people are from. Shoal Creek, Grape Creek, Notla, all through there, okay? So this has some very big meaning to me personally, because that is truly where my folks, who a lot of them were buried along the Hiwassee and were then later moved into Grape Creek area as far as their graves, but that's where they lived. So this is going in the ground as part of this garden. I want to seed save from this. Now let me tell you something very critical about seeds like this, and you need to be very careful about what and from whom you buy, okay? So when I was getting all of my goods from the Long family, we had a deep discussion about growing heirloom seeds. You need to be very careful about where you buy your seeds and how you plant your seeds. These are the only pumpkins and the only squash variety that I'm going to be growing on my property this year, because I do not want to cross-pollinate with other varieties. Now, if you're doing that and you're just going to eat them and bake with them and do whatever, not such a big deal. But if you want to legitimately seed save and you want to legitimately potentially give them away or sell them as a true variety, you need to understand that's what you have to do. There's a lot of people out there that have no clue what they're doing with these types of seeds, and they're crossing them up. So you need to make sure that if you're buying things like this, you're buying them from a reputable source that knows what they're doing. And you better question them on how they are planting them and what all else they are growing on the property. These do not cross-pollinate, so they can be grown together. So I hope to make the Long family very happy and proud, as well as my ancestors. All right, guys, I'm gonna be building mounds. I'm gonna place my corn. Then I'm gonna place around that my green beans, and then I'm gonna place my varieties of squash and pumpkin around those mounds. You're technically supposed to spread this out. I'm not this year. I'm gonna go for it because of time and heat, not wasting a bit of time. I'm also gonna add a 4th sister, which is gonna be sunflowers, because I have a lot of beautiful sunflower seeds, gorgeous ones this year. And then I'm also gonna be putting my Cherokee corn beads, which were gifted to me last year from Miss Lou. And so now I have restocked from that from her, given back to her, and now I'm gonna be planting in 2 or 3 different garden places of those. Let's go. So what I'm doing right now is I'm soaking the corn beads and I'm soaking the green beans. Another reason why I'm getting all this in and getting it going together is to see and make sure everything comes up. So I don't have to wait in case something doesn't come up. I can replant something else. That's another reason why I'm doing it this way. Okay, so by the looks of this, I don't have a whole lot of Missouri Wonders. I've got to save some for up here, which I'm really trying to grow off of the cattle panels video that I put up prior to this one. So, in order to have a really successful Three Sisters garden, you need many mounds. So this is just for play and fun and to seed save from and to get my pumpkins and whatnots, okay? So understand that. In days gone by for the three sisters to really be working for somebody. They had to plant a half an acre per person. That's how much you needed for one person for a year, from year to year, okay? So we're playing, we're having some fun. It's a tribute and seed save time in Tennessee. So I'm letting you know why I'm doing just a few mounds. Okay, so first I'm gonna plant my corn. Technically you should plant it, let it grow for a week or so, get 4 to 6 inches tall, then do the green beans and then your squash. Not doing that. Now up in the main field, I'm gonna be planting different types of corn. These are something special I wanted to do here, so we're gonna have some fun. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going non-traditional on this, and there's a reason for that. Usually you plant your corn all the way around, which I've done. I've got 10 to 12. Sometimes people only do 6 to 8, but I like to make sure my corn comes up. That's why I do more. I also this year did some in the center because I'm not planting fish or fish heads in the center. Got me? Got me. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to wait until the corn is up 4 to 6 inches so you can see it, and then plant your green beans around it. I've done that on previous videos. I'm not doing that this year because heat is here. So what I want to do is go ahead and make a ring of beans right there because I don't want to waste them. I want to know if they're going to come up. So if they don't come up, surely the corn will have come up, and then I can go back and plant my Trail of Tears around it instead if the Missouri Wonders fail me. Does that make sense? Pray so. Let's get this covered and get the squash in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have 3 mounds in the middle and 2 on the left. I'm going to give each mound in the middle a Cherokee tan packet all the way around, because again, we have to see what grows. You can plant a whole pack of something and only 2 plants come out. We'll be thankful to get that, but that's what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is plant them on the side base of the mounds, not all around in the trench, because I want to make sure. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to go all the way around, a couple inches apart, each one of the seeds. Okay? Tomorrow is supposed to be beautiful weather again, and then we're supposed to have 3 days of rain. So I'm trying to get all this in just in time. Okay, so these are your North Carolina candy roasters. This was absolutely perfected by the Cherokee. This is often grown in western North Carolina, East Tennessee, and North Georgia, but this is your North Carolina candy roaster, okay? So they have to have a hill. I've got 2 so far. Probably going to be doing a couple more. They will take over. This is the good thing about the 3 sisters. Your pumpkin or squash variety will absolutely take over. That's why I wanted to separate it from up there and have it down here so I can maintain it separately. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so me and little Kamama here want to let you know that in our mounds, instead of doing about 2 to 3 or 4, something like that, we actually did about 8 because I want to make sure they come up so I can thin it just to ensure that I have seeds that come up in the mound. So I do have another pack and a few extra. What do you think, buddy? Uh-huh. I love you too. Okay, so I've got 3 sister mounds in, and then extra mounds for the Cherokee 10s and for the roasters, the candy roasters, North Carolina. Now I'm going to be putting in sunflowers. I'm going to do each side with sunflowers. These I'm going to put in several gardens. I got these from Blunt Mansion in downtown Knoxville last year. They gave me a whole bunch, and they said, see what you can do with it. And boy, we did a lot with it, actually. This was from one sunflower. So plenty to go around for this year. And then the other side, I'm gonna plant a different variety. I may do the Lemon Queen. So that's gonna be awesome. I don't know what this is. It's a, maybe just be a variety of the Mammoth, but I do wanna get back to Blunt Mansion and give them some back. So just gonna do a line here, cover it up, pray on it. Okay, so we're gonna plant the last thing for the garden. I'm not gonna put a whole lot in here because I know that the pumpkin and squash, if they take off, folks, it's like unbelievable. So they will take over. So I wanna plant some corn beads in here for Miss Lou, and so I just think that's appropriate. I have other places allocated for that as well. But I did add some extra manure into that area, hot chicken squat. It loves it. It feeds off of it. I'm really believing that that's the key to them. We'll find out. Let's get them planted. Now, technically, I could have cleaned all these corn beads. Do you see those little things, those little grains that are floating right there? That's actually the seed. They're inside the beads, okay? So that's your actual life. The rest of it is just used for ornamental purposes. But for ease today, I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole thing. And I already showed Miss Lou and she's like, oh yeah. So I've been letting them soak for a while. And what I'm gonna do, let's go up here, is I'm gonna plant them in this little, I didn't take the whole area, but I'm gonna put them straight across. And you can see I'm not perfect, but that's okay. And cover them up and let's see how they do. Definitely gonna be fertilizing after we get some rain coming in. And I think we're gonna need some rain. Aren't those gorgeous? So guys, I'm just gonna drop them in and just let it do its thing. Just like so. I'm not gonna do many. I like to save a bunch, and boy, they are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, that concludes garden number 1. We're ready to move on, and we'll show you what we do. We appreciate you watching here at Appalachia's Homestead. So we're gonna see how this thrives. Really excited about it. And we're gonna say some special prayers tonight because we really want this to take off. Hope you're safe, hope you're well. Sadie, what you doing? Go guard, that's right. We'll see you on the next video, guys.